It's not very nice. All right. In 2015, Johnson & Johnson was valued at over $288 billion, making it a Fortune 100 company, which is one of the 100 wealthiest companies in the world, and it was one of the top 5 most highest valued pharmaceutical companies in the nation. And with that being said, Johnson & Johnson is still taking steps to advance in not only medical technologies, but consumer products and biomedical technological advances. Welcome investors, my name is Adam and this is my partner Colin. And we're here to talk to you about why we think Johnson & Johnson would be an excellent company to invest in. So, our goal as someone who's been researching this company, we work with the HR department here at St. Edward's University. And our goal as people who've been researching this company is to show you how Johnson & Johnson has taken steps to improve the lives of everyone they reach out to and how they continue to sustain and grow as a company. So with that being said, I'm going to.
So to accomplish these goals, I'm going to take you through a bit of a background of Johnson & Johnson. And then we're going to turn our attention to the current developments, which focus on the 3 branches of the business, which are medical devices and diagnostics, pharmaceuticals and biotechnology, and consumer products. And finally, we will wrap it up with the growth and sustainability that Johnson & Johnson plans on maintaining. So, objectives. Johnson & Johnson was founded in 1886 in New Brunswick, New Jersey by Robert Wood Johnson, whom was later joined by his 2 brothers to create a line of ready-to-use surgical dressings. Their goal was to improve on the sanitation in the 19th century. And once they were incorporated in 1887, they experienced an exponential growth, and they are currently employing over 128,000 people globally. They are among the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world and are part of the Fortune 100, as Adam has already mentioned. And now that we know a bit about the history, we can go into the current developments. So currently, with a focus on their 3 branches that I mentioned, they are investing in many companies, academic research institutions, and incubators. One of the investments they're currently working on right now is with the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center, where they are focusing on working to enable the specialization of immunotherapies for the treatments of various cancers. This is not the only investment they're working on, but they're also working on, they have a list, so I'm going to take you through the website to show you part of some of the investments they're working on. If you go to JnJinnovation.com, it'll take you and show you the collaborations, some videos if you want to learn more about it, but it also lists the companies, the academic research institutions, and the incubators in which they've put time and effort into. It also gives quick synopsises about what they're doing with each investment and what they hope to bring out of it. So now that y'all know a bit about the current developments, I'm going to hand it back to Adam. He's going to talk about growth and sustainability.
Thank you. So like Colin just said, they have a really interesting part of their website that you can go and you can find all of the target goals they're setting out for themselves. And then don't try and focus on reading this. I know the font's really small, but these are kind of like some of the steps they're taking and the progress they've made in accomplishing their goals. And currently Johnson & Johnson has taken huge steps in cancer research and HIV research and some of the real epidemics that are plaguing us today. And one of the big keys here, we found at Johnson & Johnson, one of the big things they tried to maintain was their health and well-being. And they have all sorts of different programs that they put in place to help foster this. And one of them I thought was really interesting. It's not listed up here, but it's the Johnson & Johnson Community Healthcare Program. And this is a program that started in America, and they invite applicants to apply and send in resumes, and if accepted, they give you a $200,000 grant, which helps you kind of start. It's based in cities like Chicago and Las Vegas and Washington, D.C., and these programs kind of help facilitate education and resources for underprivileged children who haven't had the opportunity to learn how to diet properly or provide for themselves. And with this, Johnson & Johnson is really trying to eliminate some of the problems like obesity and childhood problems like that could easily be prevented with the proper education. So I thought that program was very interesting. And in conclusion, we talked about the history. Johnson & Johnson started with 3 brothers and grew to a corporation that employs more than 100,000 employees worldwide. I think that goes to say a lot. They continually work on current developments, biomedical technologies, cancer research, consumer products. You guys have all probably bought Johnson & Johnson products before. And they continue to be sustainable, and they continue to look to the future to grow. So thank you for your time, and you guys have any questions?